Many individuals are of the belief that a flip-the-switch moment is genuinely plausible. In this video, I'm about to share my candid views and insights on this matter and clearly delineate my position. Will there be a moment when XRP undergoes a drastic transformation, or is that just a mirage? And if the latter is true, what implications does it have? Bear in mind, some of the content in this video is exclusive and won't be available anywhere else on YouTube. As always, welcome back to Moneyside, your go-to spot for everything XRP related. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for up-to-the-minute updates on all our XRP discussions. Enjoying my content? Show some love by hitting the thumbs up and share your views down in the comments. Now, let's delve deep into the concept of the flip-the-switch moment. What is the real essence behind this term? Here, I intend to share my perspective on what it could potentially signify. It's important to note that while I have considered the notion of a flip-the-switch moment on this channel, exploring a variety of perspectives, it doesn't inherently align with my personal convictions. However, I find it necessary to dissect and scrutinize various viewpoints on this platform. I have previously touched upon this concept, albeit without digging into the nitty-gritty of its logical underpinnings. Essentially, the flip-the-switch moment theorizes that a significant organization, be it the World Economic Forum or perhaps the World Bank, will suddenly endorse the use of XRP for transactions globally. This endorsement would catapult its utility, making it a prerequisite for entities worldwide to incorporate XRP into their transaction protocols, as it becomes indispensable for business operations and payment transfers. This scenario would entail a monumental decrease in the availability of XRP in the market, possibly depleting its entire supply due to the skyrocketing demand. Consequently, with a drastically reduced circulation, the value of XRP could surge to unprecedented heights. It's often noted that those who ardently believe in the existence of a flip-the-switch moment also anticipate an enormous increase in the value of XRP, reaching figures as lofty as $500,000 or even $1 million per unit. These theories seem to intertwine quite frequently, which is neither beneficial nor detrimental in nature. It's merely an observation I've made over time. However, I urge everyone to approach this concept with a rational mindset. It's important to grasp the gravity of the circumstances that need to transpire for such a moment to be actualized. Essentially, we would be looking at a catastrophic collapse of the global financial markets, a complete reset where every existing system plummets to ground zero. This reset would be so extensive that a total shutdown would be necessary to pave the way for a reboot. Moreover, this reboot could only be executed if, for some reason, which we might delve into more deeply perhaps on another platform, a unified global governing entity decides to monopolize the control over global finances, mandating the use of XRP as the universal medium for transactions. While this scenario might seem somewhat surreal, and I don't necessarily stake my investments or energies on its occurrence, it is technically the environment that would need to exist for a genuine flip-the-switch moment to happen. This would indeed characterize a true flip-the-switch event. It's essentially a transformation from nothing to everything, isn't it? Imagining a scenario where every currency globally consolidates into XRP is quite the stretch. We're talking about a situation where we hit rock bottom, with even the internet and other electronic systems shutting down. In this scenario, we'd be uniting to reignite the world, symbolically flipping the switch. Now, how plausible do you reckon this is? Personally, I find this scenario to be quite far-fetched. Therefore, I'd like to bring to the table a more realistic line of thought, which might indeed involve switching off certain preconceived notions, but is grounded in logic and evidence we have observed so far. This perspective relies on the tangible facts at hand and follows the timelines we've been presented with, forming a more substantiated opinion. Considering the current developments, with countries like Palau beginning to adopt XRP and corporate entities like SBI Holdings integrating it into their systems, it's important to scrutinize the extent and nature of these adoptions and the gradual progress of Ripple's partnerships over time. Contrary to a sudden flip-the-switch moment, what we're witnessing is a slow and steady growth trajectory. Analyzing major collaborations, such as the one with Bank of America, provides a testament to this trend. Wouldn't you agree? If recent developments are anything to go by, it's evident that big entities like Bank of America don't just flip the switch to integrate XRP fully into their transaction systems overnight. It isn't a case where Bank of America suddenly decides to conduct all their transactions using XRP, marking a complete shift. This pattern is also reflected in the stance taken by SBI Holdings. Despite being fervent proponents of XRP, especially in Japan, which harbors a significant chunk of XRP enthusiasts, SBI Holdings hasn't suddenly transitioned to XRP for all its transactions. They've adopted a measured approach, initially initiating the use of XRP in 4 specific payment corridors for distinct remittance payment. It's not a widespread, unbridled adoption of XRP, where every transaction shifts to this platform instantly, though I must admit, such a move would generate immense buzz and surge the demand for XRP tremendously. In reality, the strategy seems to be more about adopting XRP in a confined scope initially, allowing for proper testing and adaptation before a broader rollout. This isn't about jumping head first, but rather about a careful, planned integration where the performance in these initial corridors will be closely monitored. The expectation is that by the end of 2025 or early 2026, after substantial testing and verification of its efficiency in these corridors, a gradual expansion might occur. This could potentially lead to an increase in the kind of transactions facilitated through XRP and a further broadening of the network, adding more countries to the existing corridors. Hence, instead of a sudden flip-the-switch moment, what we are more likely to witness is a series of phased integrations, akin to ascending a flight of stairs with careful, calculated steps. Even within this stepped progression, there would be daily fluctuations, representing the varying volumes, velocities, and values of transactions from customers worldwide. This means that the progression won't be linear, but will encapsulate the dynamic nature of global transactions involving XRP. It's bound to be a fluctuating journey, akin to navigating through waves rather than a straight pathway. Consider the integration with establishments like Bank of America or even the newer alliances with giants like MasterCard. The integration is seldom an all-encompassing move right from the outset. Instead, it's a cautious venture where specific corridors and payment types are chosen as testing grounds, with a vision to gradually expand the scope based on the gathered confidence and proven efficacy of the technology over the next few years. I'm inclined to believe that this trajectory will prevail because, in the grand scheme of things, superior technology tends to triumph. Although the journey to the endpoint may be characterized by intense debates and differing viewpoints, the destination remains constant for the majority. Not everyone may agree, as evidenced by the broad spectrum of predictions regarding XRP's price, ranging from modest to astronomical figures. Yet a consensus prevails that XRP holds significant potential. If you're curious, you can delve deeper into this topic by checking out the comprehensive documentary I created, available at the top right of this video, which has garnered substantial success and encompasses various perspectives on XRP's prospective dominance. Now, I'm eager to hear your viewpoints. I must emphasize that I personally don't subscribe to the notion of an instantaneous flip-the-switch phenomenon propelling XRP to unimaginable heights. I've delineated my rationale throughout this discussion. However, your insights are invaluable. I encourage you not just to state your stance, but to articulate the reasons underlying it. Are you captivated by the dramatic narrative where a global cataclysm ushers in the era of XRP, orchestrated by a supreme entity? Or do you find resonance with a more grounded and analytical approach where corporations gradually embrace XRP in a phased manner? I'm looking forward to hearing your nuanced perspectives on this. Please remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. The content presented in these videos is purely for entertainment purposes. I always encourage viewers to conduct their own research and consult with professionals before making any financial decisions. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you turn on the notifications to be the first to know when I release new content. I'm excited to catch up with you in the upcoming video. Take care.